The mo coinnigh has a reputation as being impossibly complicated. Sure, there's no point in even trying, some would say. In reality, however, the mo coinnigh is actually easier than many other topics in Irish grammar. What makes it hard is that until covering it, many people may never have even seen it in a comprehension or heard it being used. It's simply a lack of practice and often of just clear explanation. Okay, let's begin. Most people describe the mo coinnigh as being roughly equivalent to the English or French or Spanish conditional tense, or more correctly, conditional mood. In other words, we use it in sentences with the keyword would. We know, for example, that sentences with will are sentences in the future, i.e., I will close the door. An equivalent sentence in the conditional would be, I would close the door. In school, some of you might even have learned how to form the conditional tense in other languages, e.g. French or Spanish. For example, in French, we take the infinitive, the whole verb, and add particular endings. So, je fermerai la porte. Spanish is pretty much the same. We have the infinitive, the whole verb, cerrar, add ending ia, yo cerraría la puerta. Why is the conditional called the conditional, though? Well, it's simply because it's a tense or mood for things that might happen or that you would do depending on the conditions. I would go to Ibiza if I had more money. The condition being my having more money. Why am I saying the mo coinnigh is almost the same as the conditional, though? Well, it's because the mo coinnigh doesn't simply translate the English, French or Spanish conditional. It also translates something else, something we can call the fake past. Okay, you're probably getting a bit confused now, but that's okay. The technical name for the fake past is the past subjunctive, a term you might have come across if you study Spanish. Let's just call it the fake past for the moment, or in Irish, an amsir chatzivlegach. The fake past refers to verbs that look like they're in the past, though that aren't actually referring to actions that happened in the past. For example, take the sentence, if I had a yacht, I would go to Saint-Tropez. Let's think about the I had in the sentence. At a glance, it looks like the past tense of the English verb to have. I had. However, appearances can be deceiving. You, well, most likely never had a yacht in the past. Rather, this fake past is referring to the possibility or wish of you having one right now in the future. If only I had a heart. Hence, it is a dirty, twisted, deceptive past. A fake past. Most of the time in English, this fake past is exactly the same as our honest, down-to-earth past tense. There is one verb, however, for which we can see a difference between the regular past and its fake evil twin, to be. Let's look at it. Present, I am a boy. Future tense, I will be a boy. Conditional, I would be a boy. Past, I was a boy. Fake past, if I were a boy. Yep, listen to Beyonce and remember that phrase, if I were.